just finished with another video review. And I know it's been a little while, but here we are taking a look at the Causality CA-05 Backfiery figure from Fansproject. They're not Kickback figure from the original Insecticons group from obviously Transformers and things of that nature. Now it does. Oh, the picture shows a prototype. Obviously, it's a cartoon drawing of him, but he's not there. Oh my God, he's not there. He's invisible. Okay. Oh no. Product may vary from the picture. Okay, so that's what he really looks like. He varies. I don't know. Really kind of cool packaging. Flip around here on the side. There's the actual figure. Then flip around on this side, and here's the cartoon version of it. Really kind of cool. I love the way they do that with these. Very, very cool. Flip around here on the back. You see his grasshopper mode, robot mode, robot mode, robot mode, different poses. The front and the back look. His various weapons and how they store on his leg, in addition to how they store in his grasshopper mode, and then robot mode itself. Flip around on here. I can read. I can tell you what this says. Ready? This says this is only suitable for persons over 16 years old. It also says that there. And then obviously it's a choking hazard. So I'm glad I read this this Japanese or Chinese. I'm sorry, because this is made in China. I'm glad that I read this Chinese because I was really about to take one of these little things and swallow it, and I'm very glad that I didn't because whew, that could have hurt going down. And then this is funny. This product contains fragile parts. We can replace parts damaged in construction. We can? What? Okay, that's you cannon. Is that like July? July to me, Julier. I don't quite understand, but there's the packaging for him. So obviously I already got him open, so let's bring him on camera and see how cool he actually is. Okay guys, so here we have Backfiery opened up and out of its packaging. And well, he's a grasshopper. Now when you get him, he's actually not in grasshopper mode. He comes in robot mode. But you guys know me, I always start out with alternate modes because, well, I always have, and that's my shtick. But as you can see, not a bad looking grasshopper mode. I mean, one of my minor problems, and I'll kind of get to this later on, are these little wing things. I wish they were a little bit more posable. Well, I guess I don't need to wait till later on because I just mentioned what I dislike about them. Yeah, they're not as posable as I would like. I wish they could actually angle up more, which you can't really do unless you kind of twist them like that, and that doesn't look very good. But in general, it's not too terribly bad. These little arms here, these are on little ball joints, so you can get a good range of motion, I suppose, with them. That's really kind of it, but he's an insect. He doesn't need to really do too much. And then you got him here as well. And then these legs back here, they're also articulated because these are his regular legs, so you get a range of motion up here, I guess at the hip area, and then you can kind of move these around, I guess, if you really were so inclined. And then this little back thing, I don't know what it is in terms of the anatomy of a grasshopper, but his little back foot, I guess. So it's not too terribly bad, and I really do actually like the way that this looks. It definitely gives me an Insecticon feel. Oh, there's a bug. There's a bug. I wonder if the little bug is intimidated by the big bug. And you can see he's running away. Oh, he left. I'm really kind of random and hyper tonight, so I'm sorry, guys. The other thing that kind of is nice about this, now the instructions actually tell you to leave it like this. I think that looks pretty retarded. I don't like the way that looks. You can actually fold that all the way down, and you can get that up in there, and I would assume that people have figured that out, so you don't have a lot of excess junk kind of hanging out, but his little antennae are also a little bit articulated, so it looks really good. I really do like the way that all of these have come across. They definitely do a good job, at least in my opinion, of capturing kind of like a classic feel for the Insecticons, and I think they do it in a wonderful way that really does transcend and bring the old into the new. I really think that they did a great job with this, and this is definitely something that I wish that Hasbro would have done, but of course, we have people like Fansproject that can give us these kind of things. Definitely a nice attempt here that, in my opinion, really hits a home run. Now, you can set them down here, and you know, I was actually a little bit concerned that these arms would be a little fragile and not hold up his weight, but if you position them, they will hold up his weight fairly well. And they're just on ball joints, so if they ever did get weak, you can just put a little super glue or some clear nail polish on the ball joint itself and tighten that up just a little. Now for his weapons, like I said, these can actually store here on the sides of his legs if you really wanted to. These bits right here are a little bit better than the upper one here. They stay on here very well. This one is pretty loose. I mean, it's not bad, but you can see it does pop off, and you really do have to be careful because this is ridiculously sharp. So I definitely could see where a company like Hasbro couldn't do this, because that would hurt. I mean, I'm poking that right there, and this could stab someone. I mean, this is that ridiculously sharp. Now when it comes to it, I don't really leave these on here, except when I'm kind of displaying them. I do leave them on there just because it stores. But one thing that does kind of suck when you take them off, I mean, these are on here so well that when you take them off, it does pop this panel off. It pops it right back on, or you can pop it right back on. But that kind of bugs me, I suppose. But I guess it's good that they stay on there nice and securely. But overall, a very nice alternate or insect mode, I suppose. Now, in terms of transformation for this guy, I really do think that he's the easiest of all the not Insecticons to transform. First, what you want to do, just fold this a little bit back, rotate this down and around, and then underneath here are his little heels. So just pull those out, just like that, and pretty much you're getting his leg done. Fold that, rotate that down, pull out his little heel. There we go, just like that. Now these kind of things I'll just kind of put off to the side just to kind of get them out of the way. Take these, separate these. They're going to peg into the side here on these little purple bits. Just unpeg that, and then just straighten these out. Again, we're just getting these out of the way for right now. Then take these, untab these panels here on the top and the bottom, rotate these all the way down, and then you're going to see little tiny tabs that are sticking out right here on the side that peg into holes on the inside, and both of these side panels have that. And then you can straighten out his legs just like that. Do that on this side as well. Untab that, rotate that around, untab that one, rotate that around, plug both of those little bad boys into, and again just straighten that out. Just getting these out of the way. Come around here to these arms. And now it's a little bit easier to do it if you can kind of see what's going on here, but separate here and then pull these apart just like that, and then you can swivel these out just like so. Kind of getting these out of the way as well. Take these little bits here, you're going to separate this, rotate these around. Now you have to be a little bit careful because a lot of times these are prone to pop off of their little ball joints. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Just go nice and slow when you're doing it. And there you go. You're going to have that like that. Come around here. Kind of get these out of the way again. Fold these. Rotate these down. Just like that. Slide these back all the way. And then you can take this arm. Rotate this up. And then this whole little assembly is going to slot right inside there. And it's actually pretty easy. I mean, it just sits inside there like that. Then you can kind of straighten this. That'll kind of hold that into place. Fold that back. Rotate these arms up. There we go. And then straighten that out. And then that'll slot right inside like so. Come around here. Kind of fold these again on an angle just like that. Just to kind of tuck everything in. Kind of keep those off to the side. Got the arms. Fold those out. Bring these back here. Now the instructions tell you to leave it like this. I think that looks retarded, but I'll do it for right now just so you can see the proper transformation. Now this part's a little bit difficult. This little front cod piece here doesn't really move, but you see, I don't know if you can see that. There are little tiny tabs on here that you have to get over it and line that up and then do that on both sides, but then you also have to peg them together right up inside here. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but it's not too bad, and once you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty easy. And then you have it like so. Again, keeping these just in the back because that's the way that they tell us to do it, so I'm just gonna do it like that. Rotate that down, rotate this down and around, fold down the little hand if you already have it, rotate this section around at the upper part of the bicep, just like that, and then rotate the fists around. So now you have them properly positioned. Take this, fold this all the way back. Just kind of tucks in the back there, and then fold these down just like that. And take his head and rotate his head around. And here you have Backfiery back. Well, not really back, but you have him in his robot mode, and he's pretty cool. Now, like I said, this is the real way that they tell you to transform him. I think that this looks stupid, and it really doesn't give me the whole kickback look. So I rotate these around. You don't get them straight up and down, but that looks a whole lot more like Kickback, if you ask me. Now, when it comes down to it, I really think that Backfiery, is my favorite of the not Insecticons from Fansproject. Just something about this guy. Maybe it's because I really liked Kickback. He's probably my favorite of all the Insecticons, I would probably say. I just really think this looks great. When you actually open them up, you also get this really nice card. It says Causality CA-05 Backfiery, fansproject.com, and a really cool picture right here. Flip it around here on the back, and it says Back 105's Diary, entry number 152. How long has it been? Since the day I was created in Pit Facility? I knew I was different. Every other proto-insect clone back there has no desire of their own. They follow orders, do training, and kill each other every day. They don't even want their own name. But I want to be different. I want to have a name. I want to be unique. And I want to be free. Today, I finally acquired my own name, Backfiery. I am no longer Back 105. I am Backfiery. Yet I still do not feel unique. With these new powers, I can proceed. And when the object is retrieved, I can finally make myself unique. Very soon. I can't wait for that day to come. Really cool bio, kind of. I love the story that they're telling with this, and I really can't wait to find out what happens next. Now, the figure itself, like I said, very cool looking. I really absolutely love the way he looks. With the arms, or rather the wings up in this position, I just think he looks so much better. With them draped down, it just doesn't give the same feel. In terms of his articulation, his head is on this ball joint, so you can get a nice range of motion with that, but when you do want to move it around, you want to be careful not to grab hold of these because you don't want to break those, but that's a really kind of cool face. His arms move in and out. They rotate here at ball joints. They rotate at the upper part of the bicep. They have a swivel joint here at the elbow, and it's also on a ball joint. You also have a ball joint here at the wrist. Nothing at the waist, but ball joint here at the hip, rotates, bends at the knee, and you got a whole bunch of pivot here at the foot because those are also on ball joints. So a very nice range of motion for this little ninja fella, I suppose. And regardless of what anybody thinks, in my opinion, this is definitely the best looking of all the not Insecticons. Now, in terms of his weapons, like I said, he comes with all of these dagger sort of things, so you can have him hold him and do whatever he wants, but he can also have him stored on his leg. Now, there is another peg up here, but this peg doesn't really hold them as well. I mean, it does, but it's not that great. I don't personally think it doesn't feel like it's as secure as these lower pegs, but you can still have it on there, and you can have them hold them, do whatever you want in terms of display and things of that nature. But very, very freaking cool. I love the way this guy looks. Now, with all of the Fansproject figures, there is always something just a little bit off about them. And again, that's where Repro Labels really comes through. This is the classic Kickback set, and as you can see, it adds a whole bunch of chrome to it, which in my personal opinion, I like. Now, a lot of people don't. I shouldn't say a lot of people, but some people have voiced their disapproval of the use of the chrome. They feel that it's making this guy look too much, I guess, like his G1 counterpart that did have a lot of chrome, because you can't really replace chrome stickers with actual chrome plastic. And while I can kinda sorta understand that logic, I still think that this is a nice way of really completing the look for this guy and making him look a whole lot more like Kickback. I mean, you got some Decepticon logos that he's gonna add on here, some nice highlights in terms of the yellow and things of that nature. So I really think that this is a cool looking set, and you can really make this figure go from looking like this to looking like this. And without a doubt, I absolutely love the upgrades for this particular figure. Now, people have complained I've seen a lot of people complain that, especially with the wings, because you got the regular gray plastic interlaced in here and everything, and then you got the chrome stickers, it kind of throws off the look. It doesn't necessarily look exactly like its G1 self. And here you have the G1 version, and yeah, I mean, I can definitely see that. That makes total sense, because this is all just chrome plastic on here. But I still think it looks absolutely marvelous in my opinion. Now, in terms of the actual set itself, one thing that they also did is they made it so that you can kind of customize it yourself. They included options that don't stay strictly to a G1 comparison. So for example, I have these chrome stickers on here which nicely replicate the chrome that comes around here on his shoulders. But if you look on the actual sticker sheet, you don't necessarily have to put the silver chrome bits. You also have red options that you can put on there, which obviously I didn't. In addition to that, right up on here, this color sticker kind of goes along with the grill look here on his chest. Now, I opted to go with that, but the actual sticker sheet also has stickers that have the Decepticon logo on them. Now, I decided to go with this because it sticks a little bit more close to this vintage look, and it doesn't have Decepticon logos there. Naturally, you have the Decepticon logo here on the right part of the chest. You also have that there. You have this cool kind of sticker here. Same that you have right on there. So there is some kind of customization that you can do. Now, if you didn't want to have this little chrome sticker, you have the option to put a yellow one, which kind of goes along with the whole torso bit here. But this never had that, so I just personally like that sticker more, so I decided to go with that one. Additionally, if you didn't want to put these stickers on here at all to replicate how it looks there, you have these stickers here, which still have the same kind of grid look that the centerpiece also has. So again, it's your decision, whatever you want to do. Now, same things with the wings here on the back. If you wanted to, you cannot have the Decepticon logo on there. You can just put the regular clear bit, or you don't even have to put them on there if you don't want. And it also has 2 additional Decepticon stickers that you can have displayed on this side right here, which, you know, like I said, I customized it to how I liked it. And that's one thing that I absolutely love about this set. Now, one thing that I didn't include on my actual figure are all the chrome stickers that go on the actual blades. I wasn't feeling it, so I didn't put them on there. No big deal. I'm happy with that decision. Everything else I think looks fantastic, but I absolutely love how they give you that option. One thing that really kind of annoys me are the people that criticize the stickers and repro labels in general because they're taking this classic looking figure and making him look too much like his G1 counterpart. It shouldn't look like this exactly. That's what they say. Well, it doesn't. The fact that this is a completely different mold, the figure itself gives a completely different look. The stickers are designed to give a classic feel to these figures themselves, and I think it does a wonderful job of it. It carries over some nice highlights from the vintage figure and really kind of completes a look on this. I mean, before, he had no little knee pads. This one obviously does have it, so that's nice to see. The red sticker bits here in the chrome on the feet, very similar to this. If you flip it around on the side, one thing that's kind of cool that I really do like, I'm going to lift this arm and I'm going to remove this. They carry over, and this is kind of funny. You got a chrome bit here and a chrome bit here that nicely replicate the screws here in here. I think that's cool. Also have the stickers right there that carry over there. And then actually, more in the insect mode, you see these stickers. I'll show that off here in a little bit. But the people that want to complain about the stickers sticking too strictly to the vintage look, I say get over it. That's my personal opinion. I think more people appreciate and like the look when it does have more of a G1 feel than dislike it. So repro labels, keep doing what you're doing. You can't make everyone happy, and I'm sure there are more people that you do make happy than not happy. Now, transforming back is actually pretty simple to do. The biggest problem comes when you're actually trying to work the arms. It's a little tricky to know exactly how to get them lined up, but once you get them in that general area, you're going to get it regardless. So just take these bits, rotate these around, just kind of get them out of the way like so. Just get this done now, I suppose, instead of waiting till later on. Take the head, rotate that all the way around, kind of angle it down, then bring up the insect head just like so, and these little tabs here on the sides peg into these little slots right here in here. So just bring that all the way up, like I said, angle that down, peg that in, and then you can fold that up just like so. There you have his insect head done. lift these little bits out of the way, rotate these down and around. Again, you're just kind of making room to make everything work properly. Fold these little bits all the way out. Then you can take this section here, slide this down, kind of keep it up, rotate this bit up, kind of keep it like so, where this section here is kind of flush. Do that on this side as well. Fold these outward, bring these out and down, bring that up, just like so. Again, kind of rotating these little insect legs just to get them out of the way. And then these little bits here, again, I do a lot of stuff just to get things out of the way. Kind of then take this section right here, and this is where it comes a little bit of a pain in the butt, because you kind of have to pull these legs back and then pull them. You have to pull them back this way. I don't know if that makes sense. And then out, and that's kind of a pain in the butt to really kind of do. And I don't even know if it made sense what I just said. So we're just going to get these out of the way, rotate these, and then you can bring these down into this section, right like so. Then you need to rotate this around, and then what you need to do here, you're going to bring these together, but rotate these around at the upper part of the bicep, just like that. Kind of keep that straight. You don't want to actually do it here at the ball joint. You want to rotate it at the swivel joint so you can get it to move inward. Then take the hand, fold that back, then rotate at the ball joint. So you're now bringing the fist up into this section, just like that. Well, get the ball jointed hand, there we go. So now you're going to have it like that. Hopefully you can see that. And then you're going to bring these together, and these bits right down here, his butt or whatever it is, those are going to clip together and then come up inside here. And this is going to be a little bit tricky to kind of see and do, but you need to bring the purple bits together. You're going to have little tabs and little hole slots right inside here. You have to bring them up and under here, and then kind of line those up so where they're centered, and then push those together, and those will tab together just like that. And then you have his back section done, and then you can kind of rotate the hands to be in whatever kind of position that you really kind of want them to be. Then bring this section here, accordion this down at this joint right up in here, just like so. Bring them together, and you're going to have a little tiny tab right here that's going to slot inside the silver section right in there. Now, usually the best way to do it, kind of line it up and then push them both together at the same time, because you kind of have to push one and then the other, and then it gets to be a pain in the butt. Angle these out, separate this, rotate that around, do that on that side as well, kind of bend it down, and then you have to get it bent just properly so that you can take the little hole section on the inside here and tab it on there. So boom, just like that. Do that on this side as well. Rotate that around, bend the knee, that fits in there nicely, Yeah, and these sections came apart, so tuck that in, angle these up, just like so. Take the little heel, fold that in, and here you can see the actual sticker that I was talking about that hides in robot mode. Then bend this down. This little section here kind of tucks up underneath there, just like that. Fold out the little feed'em. Kind of angle these so they're still like that. Do that on this side as well. Fold the little heel in, just like that. Fold that out. Then take these little wings, bring these up and over, just like that. Now, one of the reasons why I decided not to put the Decepticon sticker on this side was because you don't really see that. I mean, that's on the inside, so I like it like that, where now you have the Decepticon logo showing in his insect mode as opposed to just having that one there. And then that kind of came up. Rotate these around. And here you have Backfiery back in his Bug mode. And again, this is where you can really see the stickers here. I absolutely love that. And yeah, it doesn't show in the actual robot mode, but that's a nice added sticker that comes across very nicely, especially in the insect mode. So I really appreciate that. Now, as I mentioned, without a doubt, I really do think that the Backfiery figure is my favorite of the non-Insecticons from Fansproject. The insect mode just really kind of says insect to me a whole lot more. Now, that's not to say that the other two don't really look like insects, but I also think my personal preference for the Kickback character itself is kind of bleeding through in my like for this particular figure. In my mind, the transformation is also much simpler going back and forth than the previous two figures. And the robot mode just blows the other ones away. In completing this look, I really think that the Repro label set does a wonderful job of furthering that whole classic look and gives us the final touches to really have a masterpiece figure in my mind. So without a shadow of a doubt, I highly recommend picking up the Kickback figure, or Backfiery. And if you're going to go ahead and get that, I also do really recommend picking up the Repro label set. So until next time, guys, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. I'll talk to you later.